Right, so I want to share this with you guys, but then I want to go over this with you. So I'm gonna use the term retard, but I'm not referring to people that learn differently. I'm talking about like really real retards. I'm talking about stupid people, very stupid people. This, and we have too many of them in the world. Um, I was playing a tournament today, and as usual, bad beat after bad beat after bad beat. So I finally get moved to a different table. Very first hand, bad beat. It was the perfect setup again. So I typed in a comment, I said, what a effing scam. So one person laughed, another person um said, why would they scam me out of $2? But um the way they typed it, it wasn't like a question. It was basically them being a smartass. So my blood started to boil, and I didn't even respond. I didn't even waste my time. But then after being knocked out, I just sat there and I just thought about it, and I was like, and I just started getting madder and madder and madder, and I was like, you know what? Let's just make a video for the short read for the retards out there. So we're gonna start off with math because everybody want to fucking talk about math and variance and all this other bullshit. So okay. So let's since we're gonna stick with $2 since the idiot said why would this scam me out of $2, which it was actually $2.20. But let's go. So what is 2 times 2? 2 times 2 is 4. Okay. So what is 2 times 1,000? 2 times 1,000, 2,000. Simple math, very simple. We're only using the number 2. We know tournament buy-ins are a lot more than $2 often. Even in cash games, the buy-ins are, I think the smallest buy-in maybe like $4 or something like that on the site. So sticking with the number 2, so we're gonna say 2 times 100,000. Now, if we have 100,000 people, and we're not gonna say all at once because we know they don't have 200,000 buy-ins into one tournament. But over time, we're just gonna say we have 100,000 players. They each buy in for $2. What is that? 200,000. Okay, so we have a select group of people, which we're gonna call super users, house players, so forth and so on. So how is it best divided that we keep this money? Yeah, prop players. So brick and mortar casinos call, but as the online world, we call these in-house or super users. Mostly just in-house, but in-house is the same as prop player. So we put them on tables. We sit them there to take your $2 fucking. And what does that do? That adds up over time. Just simple math. $2 here, $2 there, $5 here, five. That adds up. This is why they take rake. This is why they take rake. So you know what? Well, let's jump around since we already talking about rake. So rake is um basically every pot. So every pot in a cash game, there's a rake. So the higher the pot is, the more rake they take, the more percentage of that rake. Now, a lot of them have it where there is a max rake, but again, why would you always want to take the minimum rake when you can take the max rate? Because the max rate will add up more. Duh. All right, so but let's go back to tournament since we're talking about tournament. There's rake in tournament basically, and that's like the registration fee. So the tournament was like $2.20. The 20 cents goes to the site. That's basically their rake, and the $2 go into the prize pool. Or sometimes if it's um, a knockout or something, then it's maybe like $1.50 going to the prize. $1.50 go into the prize pool, and 50 cents will go into um the knockout pool. So all right. So prop players, I did mention prop players. Um brick and mortars have prop players. These are players that are paid by casinos to sit there and fucking play. And all of the money that prop player does win, it doesn't go to them. It goes back to the house. A lot of it goes back to the house. So what does that sound like? Tell me if that sounds like that should be something. Just tell me if that sounds like that's fair or right. So what is the casino doing? They're double dipping because and sometimes triple dipping. They're getting the rake and then they're getting what the prop player makes. Come on. All right. So the house edge. So there's edge there's the house if the house was supposed to be so fair, they don't cheat, they don't rig, they don't do this, they don't do that because they're just so fair. Then why is their house edge? Why is their house edge always tipped to them and not 50-50? Because they're there to make money. That they have to make money. That's what they're there for. And they're going to make it any way they can. Listen to this. The house edge, no matter what game you choose to play, the odds of the casino winning your money are greater than the odds of you winning the casino's money. That's because all casino games are designed to provide the house with a built-in edge, diminishing the chance and sizes of potential payouts. So they don't want to pay out the max. They don't even want to pay out the minimum, but they have to pay out the minimum. So let's go back to regulated versus unregulated. So regulated, there's a little bit more restrictions. There's still cheating and stuff that goes on, but it's just a little bit, just a tad bit difficult. A little bit more difficult. And I don't want to use the word difficult because it's still easy. Now unregulated, you can do whatever you want because you're not going to get busted. You're not going to get caught. And if you do, so what? What are they going to do? Who's going to do what to us? Exactly. This is how these unregulated, scam ass, rigged ass sites work. And that's Bet Online, that's Bovada, that's Ignition, that's Global Poker, I don't know if I said Bet Online. If I did, good. I say it again. Bet Online, America's Scam Room, or America's Card Room, and so forth and so on. There's a few other ones. PP Poker. I know there's PP Poker and I know there's PPP Poker, but what I'm talking about is PPP Poker. It's like an app or something. I don't even know if they're still around, but yeah, I just know most of the time Brazilian and Russian players are always winning on there. So whatever, let's keep it moving. Um, so we talked about rake, we talked about prop players, which are the same as in-house players. Brick and mortar has them, so why wouldn't online have them? Basically, a simple question. Cryptocurrency. Now, these sites, this is what saved these sites is cryptocurrency. Uh, you can't file a chargeback on cryptocurrency. You can't get that back. That's why scammers use cryptocurrency and push cryptocurrency. And these sites are scammers. These sites push and want you to use cryptocurrency so there's no charge back. They want to be able to screw you over and you have no type of repercussion. You have no type of power to get anything or do anything. This is why they push cryptocurrency. This is why they want to use cryptocurrency. This is what saved them. Because you know how many people would have filed chargebacks? And you know how many people were and is filing chargebacks? That's why the state of poker online will soon be only cryptocurrency. So they would have no problem with taking your money because once you send it, that's gone. You're not getting that back unless they send it back to you, and they're not going to do that. What else, man? What else can I say? So basically, on this one, I believe I typed in how do casinos stay in business, and of course, just money. But this one actually just goes back to talking about house edge and the average gross profit and so forth and so on. So and how house edge is built into just built-in advantages. Yeah, like it says it there, built-in advantages. I was trying to think of a way to say it, but it what they have here just popped in mind. So, I mean, what I mean, what what more can I say? They asked that dumbass question, and this is the half of the best. There's a lot more to this, but I just don't want this to be so long because I really want people to watch this and understand. Um, and the key thing that most people need to understand is this stuff has already happened before. Um, and just think about this. There was I think it was a group. They were skimming pennies off of like millions and millions and millions of transactions, and this took place for years. But the reason they did pennies is because it wasn't as noticeable. But most importantly, those pennies added up. They add up. People have to understand. People just think, okay, why would a company take $2? It's not just $2. It's $2 across thousands. And if you add it up, that becomes thousands. And if you triple that up, that becomes thousands. And it continues to go. It builds. Like I don't understand how it's like people don't use their brain to think. They're so fucking stupid. And and it's so funny. Like they always want to put their fucking trust into these fucking companies, and we've already seen numerous of different industries and how they operate and how they scam people, how they rip people off, how they have poor or awful business practices. Come on, like some of the biggest Nike, what sweatshops, Facebook, come on, Google. I mean, you tell me what company hasn't done dirt. I'm waiting. My point is just this is just it's ridiculous. I think these unregulated sites definitely need to be banned because they're just nothing but everything that we don't need or want. That's basically what they are. And all they're doing is just scamming folks, and then they're taking these profits and doing whatever with them. Especially with crypto now, even worse. But I don't want this to be too long. I'm gonna stop it here. But there's so much more. There's so many different ways I can answer that dumbass question. Um, but the real answer is it already happened before. So why not? That's basically that.